All right, back out in the shop. Um, I went to go ice fishing Sunday, and I went to put gas in the truck, and I come out of the gas station and I see something hanging down underneath the truck. This is the winter beater, the Dodge. I'm like, what the heck is that? I get down and look. Here, one of my gas tank straps had broke. Full tank of gas, over 100 pounds, and one of the straps broke. All my ice fishing gear was loaded up in the truck, and I was ready to go. I was heading up. So I had to turn around, come home, park that, and drive home real slow, and park that, and then jump in Thunder Gecko and go up north. And, that thing gets parked for the winter. And, but thankfully we've had no snow for a while, so there's no sloppy snow, slush stuff on the roads. So I didn't feel too bad about doing it. But anyway, so I just got done putting the new straps on. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that freed me up to have some time tonight to get back to working on the Klondiker. So what I'm doing now is I'm fabricating a basket rack for that back section of the tunnel. See where my keys are on there? This is, I'm making a basket that's going to go in there that'll hold pails and whatnot, and keep it from all flopping all over the place. So TIG welder ran out of gas again. My welding girl, what should I call her? My TIG winch. TIG winch. My TIG winch. I told her there was something wrong with the tank. I mean, there's no reason I haven't done that much TIG welding. There's no reason I should suck a mid-sized tank dry that fast. But when I hooked up my regulator, I noticed that I heard a hissing sound. I'm like, what the heck is that? And the connection was leaking, so there was something bad with the valve. So I think she gave me a replacement tank for free. I think she just exchanged it. So I got fresh gas on there. I picked up a tube of rods, picked up a box of tungstens, and we're back in business, and she's welding like she's supposed to. I tried to weld some of this up without argon, and you can do it. I mean, it's not a pretty weld. I mean, if you look at it, where is it? Oh, crap, I fixed it already. It's all pit marked and everything like that. Don't do it. There's no strength there, and it was brittle, and all I had to do was bend on the metal, and it snapped right off. So the weld looked good, but it was nowhere near good. So we got gas in the welder. She's working like she should. So now I'm fabricating this rack, just a simple basket that's going to, I'll prop you right here. It's just a simple basket that's going to just hold stuff, nothing fancy. Well, it's going to get painted, so it will be fancy. And then I thought about, this height is 12 inches. I thought about putting wire mesh in here, wire screen on the inside, so if I haul something smaller, it doesn't have a way to fall out. So it's literally like a basket. And I might do that, because if I haul something smaller and I bank into a turn or something like that, it could feasibly fall out of the basket and fall right in the snow. So we'll see. I went and priced the stuff, metal screening it, at our home center, Menards, and it was pretty expensive. So extruded metal, it's called. So I don't know. So let's see. All right, so I'm not a good enough TIG welder yet to do like the pros do and sit there and stack coins and make a beautiful weld. So with the rod, with the filler rod and the torch. So what I do is I just take the filler rod and I just gob some on there where I want it to go. And then I come back with the torch and I just melt it all in with little circles. And it does a pretty good job. I don't know if you can see this. It doesn't turn out bad doing it that way. So I just gob it all up, the filler, and then just come back with the torch and melt it, and then just swirl the torch, and it melts everything together and makes a nice weld after all. So. Beautiful. That's just beautimous. So this thing burns so hot, I'm sure. It was square when I started. That side's good. All this angle iron, due to the high heat, is it's all warped. So the best I can do is get it as close as I can, and then tack it. Yeah, that's not close. Where's my convincer? Oh. That was one little tack weld. You see how hard I had to reef on that thing to get it to break loose? I mean, that's... TIG welder is a strong weld, buddy. I really think it's my favorite welder in my shop. And I have all three. I have no way of seeing if that's square, so whatever. Yep. Odd, this is fighting me. Yeah, I can hear some of you out there. Get one of those welding magnets that holds it in place. I have one. I end up fighting more with that than I do this way. There we go. Finally got it. Now I know this side isn't right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin this side first, and then I'm going to bend it to make it square this way. Not bad. Another trick. Take the welding rod, lay it sideways, right in the joint of where you want to weld, and then melt the rod as you go along instead of feeding it in. Melt the rod, and then go back and do the swirl technique and make it all pretty. That works so good when it has gas. Unlike me. Alright, let's fit this down. To lean that way. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'll square up this side. Just tack it. I did. Not so good. See that? One little tiny little dot. And I can't bend it. I would have to put the condenser on it to get it to move. Like I was saying, I don't know if you can see this, lay the rod sideways and then just use the torch to melt it in there. Like that, and go back and fill it in. And it's so much better than a MIG. I can't even tell you. I mean, look at that. No splatter, no mess. I'm in love with this TIG welder. And I didn't buy a high dollar unit. I actually bought an Eastwood. I think it cost me like 300 bucks. And it's doing a fabulous job. But the reason I bought the Eastwood is because every 110 volt welder I've bought or used, hobby welder, hasn't done a very good job of welding. There's just not enough voltage and not enough amperage there. So this Eastwood unit, it's a TIG 300, TIG 200. You can wire it 110 or 240. I wired it 240 and it'll fry up 1/2 inch steel plate. So it's downright amazing. All right, where's my cover? Let's see if this is even gonna fit. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. I bet you it won't. No, almost. A little bit of convincing. Just a wee bit of convincing. There it goes. Look at that. Oh, no. Damn it. Some bitch, that's way off. Oh, I see that. Alright, 3 sides are in. That one might have to be convinced. Where is my convincing tool? Of course. Not long enough. All right, let's go with plan B. Redneck ingenuity. Right here. So, almost working. It's pulling that other side is what it's doing. There we go, that worked. There it is. Now, yep, one other side popped out. Ah, damn it, the whole thing's coming apart. Son of a bitch, I gotta figure this out. I'll have it fixed by the time I come back.